I think this is definitely a video that needs to be discussed, and I'm going to discuss it briefly. I think one of the issues with modern dating also is the fact that so many people are broken, traumatized, and refuse to go to therapy, or cannot afford to go to therapy, or don't have the time to go to therapy, or don't have health insurance. There's so many reasons why these people are not going to therapy. And number three, they're not self-aware. Number four, they refuse to take any real self-accountability to fix their problems, to overcome their trauma. And don't get me wrong, it's hard. I'm not saying that it's easy. It's hard as hell because a lot of this is years of trauma and abuse. Okay, a lot of us have childhood trauma, PTSD from various situations. And yes, there is a thing such as relationship PTSD. I'm not saying that this is a walk in the park. I've been working on me for the past nearly 5 years and in therapy for 5 years. It takes time, resources, energy, commitment, dedication, accountability. However, if you're not willing to do any of those things, then guess what? Stay single and stop coming to other people with your mess because it's ridiculous. Y'all be knowing ahead of time that you have a toxic attachment type. Let's just keep it real. You're an avoidant, whether it's dismissive avoidant, fearful avoidant, anxious avoidant, anxious attachment, whatever it may be. You know your attachment style is toxic and dysfunctional. A lot of us know that. I know me, I have pretty much a mixture or what you would call a dysregulated attachment style. So I can be very much avoidant, very fearful avoidant, and very much anxious avoidant. I can be a mixture, you know what I'm saying? And I recognize that. That's why I'm in therapy. That's why I do the self-work. That's why I work on me. And I let you know these things ahead of time. And then on top of that, I'm constantly working on me. I'm holding myself accountable. I take the criticism. I take the constructive criticism. Check me. And then I check myself, right? But a lot of people are not willing to do that. Instead, they want to come into these situations, complain about all of their exes and how everybody leaves them, completely leaving out the fact that they are the very reason why everybody leaves them. Let's just keep it real, because everybody is not just leaving you. Okay, some of the stuff that we are doing is the main reason why people are leaving you. Okay, you can't expect somebody to stick around when you are selfish and only care about your needs. You can't expect somebody to stick around when you refuse to be accountable. Every time somebody has an issue and they try to come to you one-on-one like an adult, directly, and you're sitting up here shutting down, doing silent treatments, stonewalling, and or deflecting because, again, you don't want to be held accountable, that's unattractive, it's toxic, it's dysfunctional, and that is enough to make a person not want to deal with you. I'm just going to be real. Okay, and especially when we're in our 30s. Like, we're too old to be sitting up here doing silent treatments because somebody is holding us accountable or coming to us directly. I mean, my God, grow the hell up. And that's just keeping it real. Now, yes, I agree. Therapy, counseling, mental health, it needs to be readily accessible, affordable, and available. We really do need universal health care that actually takes mental health into consideration, because it is ridiculous to expect people to be paying $150 and up for 45 minutes to talk to a therapist. I agree. It's ridiculous, especially when you look at the vast majority of us most people in the USA do not make $100,000 a year. Okay, like we're talking about 15 to 17% of the population making $100K or more per year. So realistically, most people are not going to be able to pay out of pocket for therapy and counseling, let alone the medication, because some of us clearly have mental health illnesses and need to be on medication. I mean, let's just keep it real, okay? So you need a combination. It's not affordable, and I totally agree. We need universal health care. We need it badly. And again, people can take the time to want to work with you, to want to give you space, to want to try to invest that energy, time, resources, and support But after a while, when you see things aren't really improving and you're basically repeating the same shit every month to the same person, and they're not doing anything to improve their own behavior, it's time to let them go. It's draining. It's draining and it's a waste of time. It doesn't make sense. And I'm going to go even further and say a lot of people are looking for parents in their partners. Because if you look at how a lot of us end up having to act and show up and behave when we're dealing with people like this, you are essentially becoming a surrogate parent. You know, you're listening to all of their issues. You're providing them with support. You're trying to give them resources. You're giving them confident boosts, motivation speak. You're doing whole upliftment pick-me-uppers to a grown adult that should already be at that position. You're not a little kid. Again, y'all are looking for mommy and daddies, and it shows. You want somebody to baby you and treat you like you some damn infant that doesn't know how to take care of themselves. Of course people are going to leave your ass. That's draining, and no one is signing up to be your fucking parent. And again, that's what it's like dealing with a lot of y'all. I'm just being real. It is unattractive. And when you really sit down and look at how people behave and act, you're still sitting up doing silent treatments because you don't like what's being said and you didn't get your way. And that's something that we expect from a fucking 5-year-old, not a 34-year-old. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it real. It's childish and it's immature. I don't care how you try to twist and turn it. Grow up, take your ass to therapy, and get it together. Okay? Do something, because you're going to continue to be alone, because most people are not going to be putting up with that shit.